Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks to your requests, I've decided to review a $1,000 t-shirt from Louis Vuitton. I specifically set out to try and find the most expensive t-shirt that I could find, and I settled upon the signature 3D pocket monogram t-shirt from Louis Vuitton in dark night blue. After tax, it was $1,176.11 for this t-shirt. The shipping was very fast and it was free. It came the next day, which was after a weekend. I ordered it on a Friday and received it on a Monday. The shipping was very fast and it was free. The box that it arrived in was enormous, and it was durable, and it had many layers. Louis Vuitton on its website advertises that it is eco-friendly. I wonder to what degree this packaging is necessary for their brand image and how it affects the environment. The packaging is, in my opinion, superfluous. But then again, what would you expect for such an expensive item? I suppose they could not just send such an expensive item over in a flimsier box. And at this point, I should also mention that when I returned this shirt, it was again just as expedient, and the box is designed so that you can simply return it in the same packaging that it was received. So at the same time, the sturdiness of the box might be a worthy investment, because while it might seem superfluous, it is very sturdy, very durable, and is easily reusable. One comment that I have about the box is during the returns, the adhesive that comes on the box itself, which you are supposed to peel off and then reseal quickly, is very flimsy. It could be much stronger, especially since Louis Vuitton has had many customers complaining of returns arriving with an empty box. Apparently, perhaps maybe the delivery man or someone who delivers the package has known that it was from Louis Vuitton and emptied the box and delivered an empty box. So I think that as a security issue, the adhesive should be much stronger. And I would like to add that it makes sense again that their packaging is so superfluous, is so redundant. It makes sense again because after my interactions with Louis Vuitton, I can see one of the advantages of buying from such a company could be if you are someone who makes a large amount of money per hour and your time is extremely financially limited, in the sense that if you make $1,000 an hour or something, I could understand how shipping back to a company and having to go back and forth with them and haggle and argue over things might be problematic for you. Their customer service was absolutely astounding. They accepted the return quickly, they processed the refund quickly, they shipped it out quickly, at no charge. The shipping was free to me and the return was free. In many ways, the price of the garments, I could imagine if you are someone who wants to buy some clothing and you make a tremendous amount per hour, it might be worth it to have all this clothes. You could have 10, 20, 30 different items shipped to your house. You could try them on at your leisure, and you could simply ship them back in this sturdy container. And that way the price of the garments largely acts as collateral, and you only keep the pieces that you very, very much like. I could imagine that being one of the legitimate advantages of purchasing from such an expensive company. Packaging is of course beautiful and very well made. The packaging has it is not smooth. It is like a gross grain. I don't know if that is the right word. It has it feels like there are little strings in the fabric on the box, on the top of the material, it is textured. It is textured like there are all these little strings, as if it's almost made out of like some kind of tapestry. It is a very peculiar texture on the box. It is lovely. It feels like a very thin fabric, but it's not. It is cardboard, but it feels almost like a fabric because it is textured in a crisscross cross-grain pattern. Of course, it comes with all these packaging instructions, all these leaflets, all these documents verifying its authenticity and its prestige and the story behind Louis Vuitton and all these other things, which were an interesting read, but as you can see, it definitely comes with literature. Right out of the box, I will say this shirt is a very peculiar material. This material does not feel like any t-shirt material. It feels almost like a combination between denim, between a sweater, and between a placemat. It is a very durable, heavy material. The shirt, when wearing it, is heavy. It feels like you are wearing a short sleeve sweater. It is heavy and it is thick. Personally, I feel that the material is a little itchy almost. It's a very thick, rough material, like not dissimilar to a placemat. And over time, this may very well soften, but it was somewhat uncomfortable. The neck holes were a little too tight, just a little too tight, and almost oblong, and it felt like it was digging into my neck. The sizing was just right in the sense that it was not too loose or not too tight, but it dug into the neck. It had a very stiff collar for a t-shirt, and it dug into the neck. As you can see also, the cut is a little wide. It is a very wide cut. It makes me look a little boxish, and it is cut abnormally wide for a t-shirt. But I suppose that is part of the styling. It is going for that oversized, drapey look. The sides are somewhat short, but then again, my proportions represent an outlier, as I am 6 feet and 7 inches. On the website, it said that this shirt will come with the signature of Louis Vuitton, and it did not come with any signature. It did come with this little metal item attached to it, this little metal clip attached to it, with what looks like the signature of Louis Vuitton, but it is not a handwritten signature. It is a little buckle or clip that they attach to it post-production. And as you can see, it has this interesting 3D button, this 3D pocket, which is made by this thick fabric being shaped like a pocket and attached outside of it. And I think that this is very convenient for taking things in and out of the pocket. It is easy to just drop something in and take it out. The texture on the fabric is also very interesting. It looks from a distance like an ordinary t-shirt, but the texture is all throughout, and at a close distance, it is difficult to miss. It's obvious that something is different about this shirt, and that I personally find very charming. I find it strange that the tag says that it was made in Italy, because Louis Vuitton is a French company, and I have friends who have suggested that this is a fake because Louis Vuitton is not produced in Italy. I am unsure of the truth, but it is strange for a French company such as Louis Vuitton, who is renowned to be French, to have a shirt that is made, and it is $1,000 and something produced in Italy. Also, many people have on forums argued with me as to when I am asking about what the quality of clothing is. They have argued that it is because the shirt is of a, not the shirt, the high fashion is made with extremely expensive materials and only the finest quality. And this shirt, as you can see, is made of 100% cotton. For a price of $1,000, I believe that they could have used a more expensive and more comfortable fabric than 100% cotton. They could have used Pima cotton. They could have used some kind of cashmere blend. They could have used Egyptian cotton. Or they could have used Japanese cotton. There are many other cottons that they could have used that would have been higher quality than just cotton. And the fact that for $1,000 they do not say what kind of cotton or where the cotton is sourced from, that is a little strange to me. Do I think it is worth it? Well, it's a $1,000 t-shirt. It is difficult for me to imagine what would make a t-shirt worth $1,000. With that said, there are many improvements that could be made to make this shirt more worth it. I feel like the cut along the neck could be softer. I feel the material could be softer. I feel that the material along the neck could be cut a little bit more generously to allow for comfortable movement. I feel like the shirt could be cut a little longer for me, for my personal preferences. I feel that they could include where the material has been sourced from. They could have used a higher quality, softer cotton or cashmere blend. And they could have included a signature, since it said that the shirt was signed by Louis Vuitton or something like that. They could have included something like that to justify the price better. There is much they could have improved upon for this item. Of course, I will say, I definitely could imagine someone who is wealthy legitimately finding value in Louis Vuitton's products due to their customer service, due to the fact that you can basically try on a lot of different clothing and it will be shipped to you quickly, it will be shipped to you professionally, and it will come to you in a nice box that is ready to open and quickly try on and quickly put back together and ship back what you don't like without any hassle, and they are extremely professional. I have never ever experienced such lovely customer service. I would strongly recommend I would recommend trying something from them. Absolutely. I think it is interesting. And if not, yeah, you can always just let me try these things, as I love trying on different fashionable garments, especially from high fashion. I will say they are a pleasure and a joy to deal with. And for this project, it bears notice that I specifically chose a t-shirt. I tried to pick the most plain thing that I could imagine. I wanted to find just a simple t-shirt that is extremely expensive and see what it is like. Louis Vuitton has many very interesting other designs. Maybe if this video has enough views, if you comment that you would like to see it, I would definitely consider doing other reviews with Louis Vuitton. So what is worth it for me, in my opinion, is if someone is wealthy and would like to try on clothing from a company that they can have things shipped to them quickly and return them quickly, I could imagine someone finding value in this. Another unintended side effect is, after making this purchase, I have received countless commercials. Like, I can see how the logarithm immediately changes what used to be cheap drop shipping companies. Now it's always YSL, Louis Vuitton, House of Bijan, all these expensive brands. And some of them are obviously even like drop shipping quality, but they just feel like they are brave enough to slap on like $500 price tags for pants and t-shirts. So it's interesting how the logarithm immediately just jumps onto the fact that I bought a $1,000 t-shirt. Well, this was a very interesting experience for me, and I'd love to know what other things you guys would like to see. What are some other things you would find interesting? Please let me know. What did you think about this? What other information about this shirt or other items would you be interested in seeing? I hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. God bless, and I love you all.